Hello, everybody, again. Let's try this shit again. It is a semi-useless show with no intro.
How's it go?
How's it go? What you got to drink? You got something to drink?
Nope.
No? This is going to be ridiculous. I got a cup of blood. Because post-Halloween, you said?
Yeah, it's post-Halloween.
And I got the moon in the background, which is just what appears to be a Glamour Shots background, but not actually pushed up like usual. So it kind of has a little ring around it. Kind of looks like Uranus. I mean, your moon.
It
looks like the moon. I look like the Wolfman. So how's it going, everybody?
How you doing?
I got my strawberry drink. Looks gay. Tastes like strawberries. So, everything going good on that side?
Yes, I'm just making sure there's no technical difficulties. Besides my blurry camera, you're watching a semi-useless show. I'm your host, Sam.
He forgot his name. Everybody.
And over here we have your host with a big full moon in the background. That's a pretty good Halloween decoration.
Yeah, it was funny though. I was about to push the thing up, and I was like, "Oh, I got to have the background a little farther." And I'm like, "Wait a minute, it's kind of Halloween-y."
Yeah, it's like a full moon.
Yep. So yeah, it is like a full moon. It's not bad.
You like
not
full
bad
moons?
At all. Yes. I'm a moon guy. What can I say? So good morning, everybody.
Good morning. That's by the time we started the show. It's good morning.
You're watching a semi-useless show live every other Tuesday of this month. And I'm your host, Bill, a.k.a. There's a reason why I'm going to say this. Walter Blanco, a.k.a. Heisenburrito, a.k.a. Brian Cranston, can't stand America.
You know Walter Blanco is actually a real official thing, right? Okay, making sure.
Yeah, they made a whole Mexican version of that.
Yep.
Which is weird because it was
actually it's Colombia. You're being very insensitive.
What was Colombia? Was it Colombia?
Yep, Colombia.
It's being very insensitive. Still filmed in Mexico.
It's filmed in I don't know where it was filmed, but
well, technically I was right because all the shows were.
It's supposed to still take place in New Mexico, probably, right? In New Mexico. I don't know. I didn't watch it.
In New Mexico.
Why would I watch that? I speak English and I watched the real Breaking Bad.
Well, if it was in Colombia.
And I'm pretty sure the Spanish speakers still watch the real Breaking Bad with subtitles or dub overs.
It was New Mexico.
Yeah. So, this show is called Hollo-Weener.
Hollo-Weener.
Yeah, you could probably guess why. Because
it's a little bit after... wait, is it Hollo-Weener?
Hollo-Weener.
I think if it was Halloween-y, it'd be like, oh, Hollo-Weenie. Like, it's kind of Halloween-y, but at the same time...
Wait, did you not know why did you not know why you named it Hollo-Weener?
No, I named it I thought I named it Halloween-y. It says
I made it Hollo-Weener because it's not spelled how his last because of the whole Anthony Weiner thing.
Yeah, but I wanted it to be Halloween-y because it's supposed to be Halloween-y, like kind of Halloween.
Well, it's Hollo-Weener now. We're talking about Anthony Weiner and Halloween, so
it's the day after Halloween. Why are we talking about Anthony Weiner?
Because he's in the news again.
For what? What did he do now? He did everything under the moon.
There's more stuff he did, and it leads to the Hillary Clinton investigation and stuff too. They're leading an investigation on just him, and they found more emails of hers or something. But anyway, he's back in the news. That's the funny part. Like, I mean, it doesn't matter what side you're on. I think we can all agree that, you can call Hillary Clinton, you can call Donald Trump the laughing stocks of politics, but this guy's, come on. This guy's the real one.
I think bringing Weiner back up is a stretch, honestly.
You want to stretch your Weiner? Why is it a stretch? It's the biggest news in politics right now is Anthony Weiner. It's bigger than Donald Trump and Hillary Clinton almost.
No, honestly, I'd have to say Donald Trump. I have a great wiener. Got a big wiener.
Yeah, because his hands. I
have a huge wiener. My wiener is magnificent.
Big beautiful wiener.
We have a big, beautiful wiener. No Mexicans can jump over it. I just had to say this about the Anthony Weiner story. Everybody does. It's like they want to bring it back up just because his name's Weiner. So yeah, we get the joke. We all get the jokes.
Yeah.
So save the jokes for our show.
No, it's worth bringing back up again.
Regular news needs to stay out of comedy.
It's not regular news. His name's Anthony Weiner. They had
his parents. I knew a girl that was named. Her first name was Weiner.
Yeah, no, I remember that. That's what I always think of.
I know. Could you imagine you're maybe 12? No, maybe 9 years old, and a girl comes up to you and she goes, "Hi, my name's Weiner." First of all, no girls talk to me. Second of all, the girl comes up to me and says, "My name's Weiner."
Yeah.
With a handshake and everything. It was like real formal. Like, "Hey, I'm Weiner." I'm like, visually as a kid at 8, 9 years old, you're
funny if he was
shaking a wiener.
Yeah.
That's all there was to it.
You don't really want to touch that.
No, I didn't want to touch that at all.
I think I'm censored because see how blurry I am. They're already censoring me because I am going to do something worth censoring in a bit, probably.
Oh yeah. So Halloween.
Huh? Speaking of wiener, time to unzip.
Nice. Unsheath your costume.
Yes.
You have a costume?
I do.
Yeah.
I'm wearing it right now.
Oh, okay.
No, I'm not.
It's by let me see, metrosexual Uncle Fester. What? What?
All right, I'm putting my costume on. I'll be right back. Talk about something. How about Anthony?
All right. All right. Well, let's see what we got here. Yeah. So, hey everybody, I got a Halloween joke for you. What's the difference between the Wolfman and a mummy? Wolfman doesn't have a Halloween. It made me laugh. So it might not be funny, but it was worth it to me. So how long does it take to get a costume on over there? Gilligan's Fryland. I'm trying to take a guess at your costume. It's Master Shake, which is Michael J. Fox's costume this year. Christ in a crutch, Sam. What'd you do? Had to go buy the costume at the Halloween store? So,
all right, it's ready.
What? Where are you? It's
here's my costume. I decided to dress as a ghost this year.
You went from all black to all white. Oh my God! You really did go from all black to all white.
Yeah, I'm a ghost this year.
Yeah, you're a conehead. You're a conehead dressed as a ghost, right?
Yes.
Is that what it is?
That's what I am.
For some reason, I don't think that that's just a sheet.
So next topic.
I know it's not your sheet because it doesn't have like browny yellow spots.
There's some on here somewhere.
What
is this yellow spot here?
I don't know, but I will have to say that I don't want to say Grand Wizard, maybe Southern Apparition.
Yeah. Well, the next topic I want to discuss was offensive.
I have a feeling it would be banned on Walmart.com.
Yeah, that reminds me. I don't know why. I don't know. But let's talk about offensive costumes.
Yeah, why would you ever want to bring that subject up?
Yeah. So there's offensive costumes debate going on, like, oh, you shouldn't dress as a Mexican.
First of all, before we go any further, you just got to take that off.
Okay.
We can't do this.
I know. I'm dressed as how MSNBC views your typical Trump supporter.
It makes sense, though. It does a little bit.
Okay, that's enough of that.
Enough of.
Here, I'll go to something a little less bad. The old flashlight thing.
Also, now you're a cop in Florida, so basically the same thing.
Yeah, it's cops are just. How
you doing, everybody? God,
where
did this go? You know what? Since we're on the topic, Sunkissed.
Sunkissed. I thought that was blood.
No, it is strawberry Sunkissed though. So if you're the Sunkissed company, you can send the Sunkissed Products 2123 Fake Street, which is a Simpsons joke.
Yeah.
And I'm giving you that address because this is probably going to get more offensive, and I don't want to give you my real address. So forget about that. So did I mention, I think I did mention strawberry soda. Looks gay, tastes like strawberries, because the word of the day is gay. Gay. One of the last words that straight white people can say without straight white people getting offended for gay people.
Yeah. We have a message from our producer.
Stop being racist.
He says, besides that, besides that, we're going, this is our last show because too many people called and complained. He says,
I love how Jimmy leaves the show and people complain, but it's not for the right reasons. So.
During the Wiener conversation.
It's for the white reasons.
During the Wiener white reasons. It's all white. During the Wiener conversation, he says, it's not the first or last Wiener you shook with your hand.
Oh. Yep. Hello.
You. Yeah, I changed it.
Jimmy, if you wanted to be the funniest one on the show, you got to be on the show. You hear that, Tone? I told him to shake his hand with his wiener.
All right, we are taking...
I don't know if it was Sopranos-y.
Paulie. Watch it, Chrissy.
Watch it, Chrissy.
He
was like digging at his fingernails and shit. It's like he's got dirt under his nails. Like
he's like a metalhead too.
This is what I want to be like. This is what he's always talking like this. So what do you think about that guy, Tone? You know, just like picking. I'm like, man, get that guy. Is that what it means to be Italian? Like you have to, not Italian, but like Italian in the mafia. It's like you got to like pick your fingers and point and then come back, and it's like a comfort thing, I guess.
Well, anyway, if you want to leave a comment on Facebook,
please don't.
You can, but please don't complain too much about our offensiveness. Speaking of offensive,
we're not really those. We're not those people.
No, so not those kind of people.
Speaking of Blanco, remember I brought up Walter Blanco earlier.
Yep.
AKA blah 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 blah. Brian is leaving us, and by us I mean
Bryan Cranston.
Yes, by us I mean the U.S.
The United States of.
Why is he? But why is he leaving?
I was just seeing how many times I could talk over you.
Jesus.
If Trump wins, this is the reason why. If Trump wins, Brian Cranston, Brian Crayola.
Yeah.
Cranston. Brian Cranston is leaving the country.
Is he now?
Yeah. And I think it's because he was waiting for Mexico to come here, which ain't going to happen if Clinton's elected. Or if Clinton's elected, it will happen. If Trump wins, Mexico won't come to him. So he must believe in actually what Trump is going to do. So really, in a way, it's almost like Cranston's agreeing with Trump. See how I spun that around?
Maybe.
He's got to go to Mexico because it ain't coming here.
Really? He's the. It reminds me of just whenever he. It reminds me of just whenever he's saying something about Obama. No one ever did it.
No, I know. No, it's all bullshit anyways. That's why I'm making fun.
Well, some of them it's like I don't know. Some of them some people that are saying that it's just like, do I really want you around anyway? Not Bryan Cranston. Well, that's why that's a shocker. Usually, here's like, I don't really care that much about you. But that's the most high profile one that I've heard of.
I'll put him in the pool. I put him in the pool of everybody that said whether you said Obama was elected and you wanted to leave. If you say Trump's going to be elected, I'm going to leave. Anybody who says they're going to leave the country because of who is elected their president for their country, then fucking leave. I don't care. You're in the same pool, and I don't care. You fall in the same category, whether I believe with your political views or not. You're falling in the same category of a person that's deciding to abandon your country. So I'm not trying to get patriotic, but you're in that pool, so nobody really cares. Everybody's just gonna be like, fine, then fucking leave. Who cares? Come back to the United States and make some films in Georgia because Hollywood ain't the same anymore. And I think Jimmy said for tax reasons, it's cheaper to film there. So he can come back and fly over to Georgia, way over from Mexico, to go do his movies and stuff like that. And I'll still respect him as an actor and things, but you're going to leave the country. You're abandoning your country, and that's all there is to it. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Like I said, I'm not trying to be patriotic or anti-patriotic. You are abandoning your country because of the person that was elected to be your president. So, and that is what it is. I think he would even agree because that's what he's doing.
I always say write it out, at least wait. If he really does destroy the country, then leave. Come on. You got enough money. Just wait it out.
It's out of principle. He doesn't want to support it. So, you know, he wants to go, and I'm just going to go ahead and choke up on this a little bit. The moon is not the moon anymore. It's just the background. A couple things back here. There we go. Yeah, it's even worse. There's duct tape. Okay.
Well, anyway,
so anyways, that's my rant about Walter Blanco.
Ryan Ranston.
Did I call you Cheez-Its Christ yet?
No, but
I had that written down for your AKA. Cheez-Its.
I actually have some candy corn in front of it today.
No, you didn't have your Cheez-Its. You actually had candy corn.
Well, I got the Cheez-Its too, but also candy corn.
Of course you do. Always with the Cheez-Its.
Yes, that's always on purpose.
Strawberry Sunkiss out of the semi-useless chalice.
Nice.
$1.99.
Oh, there goes
directly to my PayPal account. By the time PayPal the transaction goes through, I'll be minus 5 cents for me to send you the one chalice that we have, which isn't a chalice.
What's your take on offensive costumes? Now we go back to offensive costumes. Well, here's what I always say. I've heard that this is just a minor amount of people. I just find the bad news, and then I make a bigger deal about it, like everybody does. I'm sure it's been said about everyone, but like Obama ones are considered racist. Is that fair when there's always been presidential costumes every year? Do you think it's fair to call the Obama one racist?
Well, I look at it like this: is it racist to have a black president? If somebody has
black president,
what I'm saying is by skin color. Because if they're saying that it's racist, then they're just totally the people that are saying that it's offensive and racist. Are basically basing it off of skin color then by having an African American president, right? So this is their view on what it is.
Yeah.
So it's kind of racist to be a black president because you're being racist by actually telling people that they can't wear the mask because you're saying that it's not a good idea to have a black presidential mask. So you're the one that's actually being racist by trying to take it away from people.
Yeah. It reminds me of the episode of South Park with the flag. I think that drove home a really good point. They always
sum it up good.
Yeah. I mean, they actually have in that episode, they actually had not real, but they had drawn KKK people in it. So I mean, it just shows how far South Park goes and stuff. But,
of course.
No, but like the kids, remember the city flag was a bunch of white people hanging a black guy.
There goes my background.
Yeah. Oh well. But the city flag was a bunch of white people hanging a black guy. And of course, like everyone's like, well, that's racist. And that if I saw a flag like that in the city, I'd say it's racist and I wouldn't want it. Though it's supposed to be like a play on the Confederate flag thing. That was a debate. But this is like This episode was like from 15 years ago, though, like in the first debate with that. But if I saw a flag with a bunch of white people hanging with black people, I'd be offended myself. I'd say that is very racist. But the thing is, the kids didn't see it as racist because they just saw it as a bunch of people hanging another person.
Oh,
the kids in the episode, and then Chef Chef. So it's an older one because Chef.
Mm-hmm.
Chef said was like you thought the kids were being racist and everything by supporting the flag or not seeing what's so racist about it. He's saying that they're racist, but then he realizes, oh wait a minute, they're just seeing them as regular. They're just seeing them as all people. I mean, these streams that South Park goes through, of course, the flag is completely racist.
But are you summing it up that my statements is kind of
same thing
to the same, which subliminally kind of makes me racist? Is that what you're saying?
No. What I'm saying is that it's like the kids see it as the kids see it as racist, but it's only because they're only seeing them as equal people.
Okay.
The flag is really racist, but the kids are just like, oh, those are just a bunch of people hanging another person, not a bunch of white people hanging a person.
Right.
But that's, of course, this extent South Park goes to. It is totally a racist flag.
All right. So if you take the first thing is you take away, going back to the Confederate flag, you take a Confederate flag away. The next thing you know, you won't be able to have stars or corner bars.
Yeah.
Stars and bars are racist.
Yeah. I got
brought that up.
I mean, I would never hang a Confederate flag because they lost. It's just.
I would never hang a Confederate flag, not because I
Why
don't
would you hang a
the
loser flag? I don't know. I'm not bash people that do it. I
would
support being
actually
able to do it on your own property and in your own home, but I would never do it personally because you lost. It's like people with the swastika flags. It's like you lost too.
It has nothing to do with losing or winning because it's like with me because there's lots of people that lose all the time. Like let's put it this way.
You know what? It's like having a Buffalo Bills flag.
Oh, so you feel that no one can hang a Buffalo Bills flag because
they're losers.
Right. I understand what you're saying, but they're still the team that people are rooting for, and it's like it's their team. And so you know how I go with things. Well, you know how it's like how I say, oh, gays and lesbians would want to get married and blah, blah, blah. And it's like, why does anybody want to get married? But then I'm married, so it's a joke. So you figured probably figured I'd be the kind of guy like, why hang up a flag? I don't like any flags or any symbolism, but it's not true. Like I actually do like the symbolism of the American flag. I don't know if it's something that's because I just grew up with it. And I do have a feeling of pride a little bit because I feel like, here's the thing.
I get the American
You still have, if you're able to have a roof over your head, and have the things in America, or have the opportunity to have these things, with the exception of mental illness that might keep you on the streets, or maybe you served the country. See, that's the thing that's the worst, though. That's the one thing I totally disagree with that needs to be taken care of. And I'm going way too political on this, but I mean, well, it's not way too political for our show. It is, but the one thing that might keep me from hanging an American flag because I don't have one up, or the thing that would have made me take it down, is realizing the fact that this is never solved. And it's when veterans go and fight for us and then they come back and they're not taken care of. I mean, anything you can think of to have them be taken care of. Somebody might go, well, will you let a veteran into your house? If there was a guy that knocked on my door and said he needed a place to stay, and I thought that he was all right, and I know he served the country, and I probably would. I don't know. I mean, it's really scary because people lie all the time. You don't know people's backgrounds. It could be a crazy person, or it could be somebody. These people need to be taken care of, so they're not out in the streets in the first place. You know what I mean? So
I always agree with that, and
it's not. I'm not saying that they're dangerous to other people. They're dangerous to themselves. They can end up starving to death and things.
Not just veterans. And I understand, like, if someone's homeless, it doesn't happen that much anyway. And honestly, America, there's not that many people actually like completely starving. They do have homeless people though,
right?
But they usually don't let them. Not many people starve to death in America. And I'm sure someone's going to disagree with me, but it's just net. Compared to other countries,
there's a possibility that people do starve to death only because it was self-induced. Like if they have a problem, like a drug problem, to where they just keep taking drugs and they don't eat. They keep drinking alcohol and they don't eat. They kill themselves with poison.
It's usually some kind of depression or drugs or something.
They're poisoning themselves and depression too. And that's why I say, with the exception of mental illness, there's some things that can't be controlled. But even if there's mental illness within somebody that did serve for our country, they should have a roof over their heads. There should be homes paid for them. Their family should be taken care of somewhat, at least, or at least the expenses should be taken care of for at least one person, the person that served, as well as the woman being able to hold down a job, the children to be able to live under the roof. And even if the situation was a stay-at-home mom and the veteran comes back, and he should be taken care of and his family should be taken care of. Some things are going to be different. Some things are going to change per person, but that's one of the things I don't like. That makes me a little anti-patriotic, I guess, and would be a reason why I wouldn't hang the flag. So anyways, on to more important things. Enough about innocent people dying and starving.
Yeah, what about some funny stuff? So what do you think about those offensive costumes?
Let's get back to
I think
Obama's face.
Well, not just the Obama one. Okay, that one's done with. That's boring.
All right, I'm going to bring one up.
Side, well, shut up for a second. On the flip,
my balls while you talk.
Yeah, on the flip side, I don't know if there's really a flip side because what am I trying to say? I'm trying to say, okay. On the flip side, the opposite of Osama is Obama. Obama helped.
How's that now?
Well, he killed him.
Oh,
He
okay.
initiated a
I thought you were saying like the equal opposite.
Yeah, if you're not some stupid conspiracy theorist, Obama
Don't worry, they're not listening.
is responsible for helping to kill Osama bin Laden. Unless you say he's alive or some stupid shit. Now, remember back around 9/11 and stuff, that was considered offensive, the Osama bin Laden costumes. Now it's like, well, is it offensive just seeing them? Or why is it offensive? It's supposed to be someone scary. That's what I always looked at it as.
Oh, that is a good point.
It's like dressing up as a Ku Klux Klan member is supposed to be scary.
But we do know, see, that's the thing, is where there's that line where you're kind of being a little asshole about it. So it depends on the party you go to. Like if you're dressed as Osama bin Laden, you're not going to go to this big party where nobody knows you. You're probably dressed because you're going to a place where it's
exactly
where it's accepted.
I remember back in when I was younger, like 12 or 13 or 14 or something. Maybe I was 20
yesterday. Maybe
I was 2. But anyway, I remember there was one kid that just put blackface on and went around the neighborhood.
Okay.
He bought an afro wig and painted his face black. And he just went as a black guy. So and then years later in high school, as a kid that went to school and did it for the homecoming or Halloween something, it's just like, no, you can't do that. You can't do that.
And it's probably because he had black friends, or so he thought he did.
He did actually have I think he did, yeah. But they're still just like, And
his black friend probably thought it was funny. Now, if he was side by side with his black friend and he was doing whiteface, totally nobody probably would have said anything.
Now, here's the thing. I understand. That's
a duo.
See, things like that I understand as being offensive. I still say you should be allowed to do it among friends and just like if you're an asshole, whatever. It doesn't bother me because, well, first of all, I'm white.
Goes without saying.
Come on.
Also an asshole. But
no, but I mean, if like when Dave Chappelle did his whiteface news anchor thing, that's hilarious. That's one of the most hilarious things ever to me.
It's great.
When he paints it, he just looks like a white guy. He looks like a horrible white guy, just like when white people do black people. They look like a ridiculous black guy. He looked like a ridiculous white guy. That was absolutely hilarious to me.
Didn't look like a real white person, like White Girls, which was just a horrible movie.
Yeah, that was
horrible.
That didn't offend me at all. But
no, I didn't get offended at all.
No, that's actually
sat all the way through it because I was like, I will be offended if I don't laugh once through the whole movie. And I sat through the whole thing and was like, not funny. Now I'm offended because you made me waste my time.
Yeah. And but what was I gonna say?
And a butter.
And the butter.
And a butter.
Someone Brandon Tierney commented on our beards. He says, the beards, though. He likes the beards, that means.
I don't know. That could be he doesn't like the beards. Like them.
Well, let me see. He looks like he has a beard. He's got a beard. So he better like the beards.
Well, how good is his beard?
Let me get a better picture. Let's see if we can get the picture bigger.
Does he have a better beard than us?
Yeah, it's a pretty good beard.
And how beautiful are his eyes? So, anyways,
I can't actually. No, you said that, and I wasn't computing. He's got sunglasses on, so can't tell.
Nice. See, there you go. Yep, you got to have an element of surprise. And when you wear the sunglasses, you go. That's when you can do something like chick. I don't know. Gives you a hamburger, and you put the money through the window, and you just go. You go have a nice day, and then you put your shades back down. You're like, yeah, I was cool for 2 seconds. Not him, me. That's what I do. I'm like, yeah. But really, really what I'm doing is I'm trying to be considerate, I guess. Like when I go through a drive-through, I'll get a hamburger or what. I'm not going to act like I get healthy things like a wrap or anything. I'm getting fat stuff. So I go and I pay for it. Obviously, I talk about what I'm going to pay for. Here's my order. Everybody knows how a drive-through works. So I get to the window, and no matter who it is, even if the sun's in my eyes, I put the glasses up because I'm like, it just seems like I'm rude talking to somebody with my glasses on. So that's how I know how I am making eye contact. Difference is I make sure my eyes are crossed when I'm like, then I put the glasses up and fuck with them. No, that doesn't happen, but that'd be pretty cool if it did. Anyways, enough of my useless banter. We have got more offensive costumes to talk about. Anybody that wants to text if you guys still do that. Is that an old thing or a new thing, or who texts anymore? What's going on? Texting? What is it? Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Y'all see this?
What about texting and stuff? I'm
No.
sorry, I was doing technical difficulty thing.
Well,
there might have been some weird sounds going on in the Facebook stream.
What's it just called on Facebook? Messaging or whatever? Because believe it or not, I don't have a Facebook page.
Yeah, I think. I don't have a Facebook either. I'm just borrowing Jimmy's.
What do they call it? Like if you're on a show and you're like, Facebook message us. Is that what you say? There's got to be like a thing. What's the thing?
Facebook me.
No, because it's not.
I can just imagine someone just taking a book and just slapping it in your face.
That's no, it's too broad saying Facebook me. It's like it'd be just like message me, but then somebody. What is the thing? What's
my camera is high quality now. All of a sudden.
Nice.
All right.
It must be all the. It must be the way the show's going. It kind of goes.
Yeah, we're down to one viewer now.
Oh, okay. Then the camera should be blurry as hell.
Yeah.
All the quality.
I think we had 3, but I think we scared them all away. So. Let's see
okay.
That.
Well, I guess we better start doing a good show.
Yeah.
Offensive costumes. I remember one time there was a problem. They took an illegal alien costume out, where I guess it was like supposed to be like some sort of Mexican guy with an alien coming out of him.
Yeah, of course. I remember that.
But and that's what's funny about it is like who was getting offended? Illegal aliens? And it's like, well, you're breaking the law. To be offended, you had to be breaking the law in the country.
To me. The way I see it is I can see how people can be offended, but at the same time, I don't really care. That's just where it goes, kind of.
I don't care either. Please make fun of white people costumes. Like, all right.
Please,
Yeah, I mean, I want to go to a Halloween store, and then it'll just be like a costume with a guy like with a all white hair and a mustache.
Yeah.
And no, I might as well do shit up. I'll do hipster. I'll do longer hair and a beard. I guess. Do a hipster costume.
Do a hipster costume. That's good. I did a hippie one time. That's totally different, but
right. Was it Charlie Manson by any chance?
No.
Your hippie costume had a swastika.
No, it didn't. It had smiley faces.
Did it? Well, that's even more Charlie Manson to me.
Oh God.
Have a nice day. No, that's Mankind. Who reminds me of Charlie Manson.
No, the smiley face headband I had. Another year when I was a bum and I was a white bum, so I didn't have this beard though. I had to have a fake.
So basically the same costume.
Is this maybe?
Oh, the same as that even.
No, I didn't have I was too young to have a beard back then, so I didn't have one. I ended up kind of looking like Fidel Castro during it.
Are you saying you could have grew a beard but you didn't because you were too young?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I don't know what I was saying.
You didn't. You can grow a beard. But
it's like, yeah, you know, like how Kramer, exactly. He can do the levels, but he chose not to.
God damn it!
Everything can go to Seinfeld every time.
Always, it always goes Seinfeld, 100%.
Yep.
So
speaking of racism, yeah, Michael Richards also happens to be Jews in the show.
I love. You know what's funny about Seinfeld is. And it was addressed on Curb, which took away from that stigma, right? But before that, the punchline to Seinfeld was him saying the N-word. Like the whole show, the whole series, everything being great. And then that happens, and I was like, there's the big joke of the whole series is just like, oh my God, we loved him. You know, it's like, what happened? Not that I really cared because he got mad and he did apologize, and he might not really be that guy like everybody says. And well, I wouldn't know because I'm not black, and that whole thing like, I'm not black and the N-word and all that. So yeah, I can't really say anything about it. But I look at it as how anybody who ever says anything, I've been in moments where, not in that exact situation, but I've been in moments where I've said things I regretted instantly that I knew I shouldn't have said, and very apologetic about it.
The guy was being an asshole in the audience, but I think you should call him an asshole.
Right. Yeah,
just call a guy an asshole. There you go. Then what can you say?
An asshole.
Look at this asshole.
Yep. Look at that guy. And the worst part, he actually had his pants down and was winking at him with his beehole. And he still didn't call him an asshole. So back to Halloween. Can you guess what horror movie I watched last night? And don't say it out loud just because you know it.
I don't know it.
Pretend like you're guessing. Well, I thought maybe.
Well, if you told me I didn't listen.
text message that had a text message that got back to you. It was I watched a horror movie or a psychological horror film. If
Ernest Scared
Jesse
Stupid.
is watching, it's psychological horror film.
Ernest Scared Stupid?
Oh my god. Was that a thing?
Yeah, you don't know Ernest Scared Stupid? That's the one with the...
I thought he died before he did.
No, he did the troll, like, it was 1996 or something. He did the trolls that, like, they breed when the eggs fall on the ground. It's actually, like, I gotta watch it again, actually.
Oh my god, I do remember that.
Yeah, it was, like, creepy. It's actually creepy because just that fact, I never even thought of that. Like, they can only breed when they fall on the ground. They only get born and they fall on the ground. So he has to go around, like, he has to make sure they don't ever fall on the ground. Remember that?
I do kind of remember.
They're cocoons, yeah. And then once they grow big enough, they get too heavy and then they fall on the ground. And
did you watch it? Did you actually watch it recently or no?
Not recently, no, but I remember seeing it a long time ago. And then, like, the big thing is you can only kill him with milk. remember that punchline though? Like he has to figure out what to kill him with, and he finds out how to, but it's missing one letter. It says M-I-blank-K, and he goes out and finds Miak. He's like, killing you with Miak. There's something called Miak, yeah. And then he uses it and it just doesn't work.
As stupid as it is, and you know how you go back to things, you're like, it can't be that good. I was a kid back then, and blah, blah, blah.
You just imagine.
Like
I know you haven't probably seen it well, but you just imagine him just being so smug and proud of finding Miak. And then it just doesn't work. He's just like, Miak. It just the face and everything, you know.
The face after it doesn't work.
Yeah.
And tell me, how many times did he go, ew?
Yeah. Oh, God.
It had to have been a million times.
Yeah.
I remember, weren't the trolls actually really good looking? I mean, they're ugly, but what I mean is the makeup.
They're goofy and comical, but at the same time, they were actually, like, kind of good. They didn't use special effects. There's just someone in a costume.
Yeah. They're real good looking.
Yeah. They're good and goofy looking. What movie did you watch?
So I'll give you a hint. A straight cop, a thespian mom, and a gay priest walk into a cunt.
Does this involve Hillary Clinton?
No. I watched The Exorcist.
Oh, I've never seen it.
Well, the girl was, she was possessed, and she was a bitch throughout the whole movie. That's why people that watch The Exorcist will get the joke. I watched The Exorcist last night for what I'm pretty sure was the first time, because throughout my whole life, I watched bits and pieces of it, and through pop culture saw the movie. You know what I mean? Like when it's thrown at you so many times, it's peppered throughout your life, you don't actually see a movie. You might see part of it, and then somebody mentions it, or you see a little bit of the satirical version on another show, and you think you actually saw the whole movie. And I never actually watched it straight through. So I think for the first time, watched it all the way through last night, which is blasphemy. I mean, not because of the movie I watched, just because I haven't watched it, I don't think, all the way through till last night. So, yep. I knew the movie, but never watched the whole thing.
Would you recommend this movie to other people?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, even the thing is for the time, if you thought about it, like the makeup was real good and everything like that, but the things that were said and the voices that were used in it were kind of over the top to today's standards. But back then definitely would have been offensive. I mean, the word cunt was used in the movie so much it was almost comical. Like me and Nicole were almost kind of laughing because
was it in Australia?
No, they filmed it in different parts of the world. What is there a reason why you're saying?
They say cunt a lot.
No, this was supposed to be for Americans to view the word cunt, which wasn't used
also
very often back in the 70s in movies. You know what I mean? So all I could think of is how funny it would have been for a blooper reel. Like the little girl dressed up in the makeup going, cunt, cunt, cunt. And then they're like, cut. And then she's like, ha, 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 ha. Like, I can just only imagine how great it would have been for them to use the bad words and all that kind of shit. And they're just like, oh, we got to retake it. And he's got the makeup on laughing. Would have been hilarious.
Sure.
They got to have a blooper reel. Can you fact check that, or is fact checking not allowed in America anymore?
I don't see anything on it.
You using your fake keyboard sounds. I love how you have one button that sounds like you're like. You do type that fast, but it'd be chicken pecking or whatever the fuck they call it.
Yeah,
it had to be fun to make that movie for the times, because the swearing, smoking, and drinking, and that was just in the movie. No, seriously, like there was preachers smoking and drinking, and there was just swearing all over the place. What was it like behind the scenes to make that movie? Because they literally were doing what they do probably behind the scenes in a movie back then in the 70s, drinking, doing cocaine, who knows what the hell they were doing.
Yeah.
You know, and then in the actual movie you get to do it. So it must have been fun to be on the set.
Yeah.
It must have been pretty cool anyways.
If you ask me, they should have had Anthony Weiner costumes for Halloween.
Are you just gonna bring that up right in the middle of my Exorcist thing?
All right, go on about your Friday the 13th or whatever you're talking
A
about.
straight cop and a lesbian and a gay priest walking through a con. No, but yeah, unfortunately the world's becoming so sensitive that if it came out today, people would be offended from a preacher smoking and drinking. But
Is there a new one?
I have no idea. There's only one, as far as I'm
Isn't
concerned.
there a remake that just came out?
I'm sure there is. There's probably a series.
It might be that, yeah.
You gonna let me do my thing? Because I wrote this part down.
Oh God. All right, get back to your teleprompter.
So they got a preacher smoking and drinking, and people would be offensive, or people would think it's offensive. Yeah, you ruined my riff now, and that's just because it would put a bad light on gay people, because preachers are supposed to be gay. Right?
Yeah.
Are they?
They're supposed to not be gay, but
Well, yeah, they're supposed to not be gay. But actually, in the movie, there was a preacher. Nicole was like, that preacher seems kind of gay. Like it's almost like they maybe peppered it in, not the main one, and not the other main one, but the gay one. I mean, it's just obvious. He was the one that walked away at the end of the movie. But I'm spoiling it for you.
yeah.
I guess. Am I?
Yeah, I've never seen it, but that's all right.
But it's stupid for me to say that because gay people are actually party animals. They do like to smoke and they do like to drink, though.
Yeah.
So it doesn't even make sense what I wrote down that you're
They
ruining.
have gay clubs
completely.
already, so.
And of course, it makes me look totally offensive.
Yeah.
And I was trying to just kind of.
We're all just white straight supremacists.
You're not letting me do my thing. You're not letting me do my thing.
Right.
No, but it still holds up today because the evil girl gets away with murder. They should have called it the election.
Jesus Christ.
And the payoff. Just for you, because nobody's fucking watching this thing.
Yeah.
So did you get those Halloween mug shots that me and Jimmy were asking for, and then I totally put on your shoulders to get?
No. Okay, want me to get some? Because I'm not doing it.
Can you?
Well, I don't. You just said it's some Halloween mug shots. I don't know what you're asking for. Like, which kind of?
Like, can you just like we can riff it? You can get the mug shots like people that are arrested and they have their makeup on.
Oh, that. Yeah.
Which is weird because regular mug shots look like that anyways. So much
Yeah.
shit on their face and
Yeah, I wish I had something planned for that better.
Nope. So I guess that's not happening.
Well, let me look real quick.
You're just gonna look. Let me just look and see if I can attempt to maybe Halloween mugshots, huh?
All right, I'll screen share this.
What is it? Let me approve.
Right over there.
Oh, just all of them.
Yeah.
There's all the Halloween mugshots.
This guy is dressed as a Dalmatian. Looks like
Dalmatian. He's a cow.
or a cow. Never mind. I just saying that because my first Halloween costume was a Dalmatian. So.
Oh my god.
Well, no, it wasn't. That wasn't the first one, but the first one I remember.
Go back to him. He has those Biggie Smalls eyes, like I do. Like, you know how people's eyes cross, but then some people's eyes go the other way, like mine. I actually can't make fun.
Is that a he or?
Because that's what my eyes do. Actually, mine's worse than
Yeah,
his.
it's a he.
But that's, I don't know. But that's what Biggie Smalls' eyes did.
Yeah.
It's kind of like if he took his glasses off, it'd be like, "Who shot you?" Or like one this way and one. He's like, "I don't know, but I'm looking in both directions. I should have saw it coming." I should say I actually like Biggie. He was my best friend.
Be your best friend. This guy's pretty ironic. I bet that's just a costume. I bet that's not even a mugshot.
You mean maybe he just ran from jail and he just ended up...
No, that's just a costume, and they're just like, oh, costume. Well, I guess it is NBC.
I just love how bad the costumes are.
Joker, of course.
It just proves that fucked up people are not
like-
creative.
And this guy's also trying to be Joker. I think it looks like he's got. Why would somebody? That looks like.
Photoshop,
Yeah, that looks like. No, it looks like paint. And someone just put like, yeah, let's just put a little.
Yeah, somebody
Just
wanted to
left
put
there.
like semen. So there's some guy that knows that guy when he was arrested, and they're just like, I think we're gonna put some semen on
Weird.
Terrell's lip. What happened to that guy? That's not even a costume.
No, it's not a costume. That's just the same one that's weirder than the costume. Like this weirdo here too.
I think it's the same guy.
That are creepier than the yeah.
He had those or implants in his head. People.
Yeah, what you do is there's no. I mean, you just give
Saving
up on.
him?
No, you just gave up on like ever wanting a job or anything. If you do that, it's like
Definitely, but here's the thing though: if you surgically have him removed and put on a hat, and then have the grow a beard, take out the nose ring, the guy could actually probably still get a job. Aside from his mental instability, his physical appearance, he probably would be able to get a job.
Yeah.
Watch the show be offensive 10 years from now because I made fun of that guy.
We'll be dead by then.
You think? We'll be dead.
Well, obviously, because
that guy will survive. We're going to be dead.
According to one side, Hillary Clinton will destroy the country. According to the other side, Donald Trump will destroy the country.
Right. Why don't they just come together and tongue kiss? And so, speaking of regular news, fart news. Dun 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 dun.
Nice. It's a pretty good sound effect.
This news story actually made USA Today. A woman in Japan gets severe burns after farting while in surgery.
Really?
Yeah.
Why did he get burns from farting in surgery?
Well, I'm glad you asked. I could just tell you how it happened.
I'm glad I asked.
I'm glad you asked that question. I could just tell you how that happened, but I wrote a poem instead. Would you like to hear it?
No.
She farted on a laser while she was being parted out. It caught the curtain on fire, which caused an arson shout. A Japan man said, "Turn on the car, we're out." While the patient was carted out, she said, "I should have never farted out." Does that give you an idea of how the story went?
Yeah. How did she get burns from farting in surgery?
She farted on a laser while she was being parted out. It caused curtains on fire, which caused an arson shout.
Okay.
A Japan man said, "Turn on the car, we're out." While the patient was carted out, she said, "I should have never farted out."
Pretty good.
You got it? Did you get it this time?
Yeah.
Or do I have to say she farted on a laser while she was being parted out?
Elmer Fudd sitting on a juicer.
What the fuck is that?
That's Seinfeld too. He describes one woman's laugh. It's like, oh,
Our
yeah, it
show
sounds like.
was just recapping Seinfeld.
Might as
show
well.
was recapping a show from
Why not just
20-something years
Why
ago.
not just rip off something that is very successful?
Why not?
That's
Let's
just what everybody does.
Just keep doing that. I had a successful rip-off the other day. I had a scab.
Successful?
Pick. Yeah, it was
Lick your wounds?
It was successful. I ended up sticking my penis in the wound when I ripped the scab off.
Oh, okay.
You know what the best part of the fart story was? I was like, I have to actually know what the news story is. Well, it's worked for me in the past not knowing what the news story actually was. But since Jimmy wasn't here to make fun of me not knowing the story and you making fun of me by not knowing the story, it would have been awkward. So I actually looked the story up. And then I said, I'll write a poem. But as I looked the story up, I had to find it. I had to look up fart surgery, right?
Yeah.
So I looked up fart surgery on the interweb, and I found a place called Fart Town Surgery. It's actually a place.
Fart Town?
Yes. Well, I think it's Far Town, but they put the words together.
Oh, okay.
So it's Fart Town. So as I was looking up the fire vagina, the fucking thing I looked up was I looked up fart surgery and it came up with Fart Town Surgery. I spit everywhere. I'm so excited about this fart story.
Just can't hide it.
I can't hide it. It comes out of my mouth. So better than come in my mouth. So how's it going? It's an old You want to know where Fart Town surgery is? Why is that even a name?
Wow.
It's an old assisted living ranch in the UK where they take care of elderly people. So it is literally an old fart town.
Everybody has old timers disease.
There you go. Speaking of farts, did you ever cup a fart and shit in your hand?
No.
You know how like you go, oh, cup of fart, and then you go rip
Never
one,
shot.
and
No,
then
I never
shit
shot in my hand in my
because you're
life.
probably not naked when you did it, huh?
No, I fart naked a lot. I just don't shit in my hand.
Oh, okay.
I'm not a monkey.
That happened to me.
Shit in your hand. What'd you do with it?
Well,
Wait,
first thing you try to do is put it back up. I know by experience.
Put it back up?
Yeah, first thing you do is go, did that just happen? And then, oh, now it's got to go. But it doesn't work that way. When you shit, you can't get it back up there.
Wow.
So basically,
I never tried it.
Lesson learned for everybody at the end of the show. If you're still with us for the last time you'll ever watch the show, take heed to these words, because if you're naked and you decide to cup a fart and be funny and like, I'm just going to cup a fart in my hand and throw it. Some people don't even know what a cup of fart is, which is crazy if you live in America.
Yeah.
You should know what a cup of fart is.
I know what it is. I just never did it. I got a question for you. When did this happen?
Just a few days ago.
I thought you were going to say like when you're 2 or something.
No, 2 days ago.
Oh, okay.
But
4 p.m.
4 p.m. That today
was recent.
So if you shit in your hand, don't stand there and act like you can put it back up. You have to go to the bathroom immediately.
Yeah.
So, and number one lesson that you need to know is,
I mean, I've sharted.
Right. And it's okay when you do that in your pants, when you're wearing pants.
I get it, because it's like, okay, I have no choice but to go to the bathroom now. You know, I get that concept. Like, it should be the same
shitty
concept.
aftermath, by the way.
Yeah. You shart and you're just like, you want to be, you know, like, if you do something wrong, you're just like, that kind of, like, I don't know, like, let's say you, I gotta think of a good example. I don't know, you did something that kind of hurt yourself or something, and you did something that kind of screwed up. It's like, oh, shit, oh, well, it's kind of inconvenient. And then
yeah,
you can just kind of, like, brush it off or something.
You brush it off, you got, like,
yeah. But for, like, sharding or pooping in your hand, it's just, like, you gotta go. It's just, you almost hesitate a little bit. It's just, like, it's just, like, what can I do to not have to get up right now and go to the bathroom? But there's nothing. There's nothing you can do. You will be in trouble until you get to the bathroom.
The best advice I can say is if you do shart, hopefully you have pants on. So this is the second time in my life where the shart was just, I wish, here's what's funny. The last 2 times I actually sharted, I had no clothes on.
That usually happens to me too, because I sleep naked.
Well, I wish I would have shit my pants. It's like the one time that you would almost never hear anybody say that. I wish I did shit my pants, but I had no pants to shit. So, so yeah, if you go, it needs to be like a disciplinary system. Like, all right, if you don't have pants on when you shit, you need to at least do a checklist. Go, number 1, don't be naked. But if you are, number 2, don't number 2.
Yeah.
Number 3, don't say, I'm going to play a joke on my wife and cup a fart. Just because you're naked and you think it's like there's no pants in the way, so you're like, this is just going to be total gas, and you could throw it from across the room. And definitely don't do that after you realize you made the biggest mistake of all, which is fudging in your hand.
Yeah.
And then don't try to push it back up.
No,
there needs to be,
I would never try to do that.
There has to be a disciplinary system for sharts.
Well, I mean,
people get
maybe in your case. Maybe in your case, you'd be disciplinary, but I think most people would say, I'm not going to push that shit back up at me.
Mm-hmm.
I think you're actually kind of weird there.
Well, I don't know. Did it get weird?
No, it didn't get weird. I'm just saying that you're different.
Oh, okay.
I think most people would say, oh, I sharted. I'm not going to try to push it back up into my ass.
Yeah, me shitting in my hand.
But you did. So
okay.
I don't think it's necessary to
you
really...
know how there's you get ground, like if a kid sharts their pants, maybe they should get grounded. Like at an early age, it's like, oh, you shit your pants, you should be grounded. And then when you get older, you don't shart anymore. or if you grew up in like a religious
I
school,
don't think it's how it works with
and the
Sharpie.
nuns would like you do something bad and they slap your hands with a roller, then you should just slap your anus with a yardstick.
If they did that, I'd just throw my shit right at them. Right at a nun.
None of that.
No, I won't have none of that.
Oh God, fuck this.
Is that the end of the show?
It's a chat show. I'm done.
All right. That was a good one. Could be. We're live. I didn't say this at all during it, but we're live on Facebook and YouTube.
Sure.
You say once in a while, every Tuesday.
Every other.
This is the last one before. This is the last one before the election. I'm not sure if we're gonna have an election day special one because the next show would fall on Tuesday, which is election day.
Mm-hmm.
We might have an election day special. We might not. We'll see.
Are you voting T-Rump or Hill Clinton?
Me? I don't vote.
Not you, just the viewers.
I don't vote.
I
just don't vote.
Talking to you.
Yeah. I don't vote. I just don't vote.
Yeah, I don't either.
Yeah.
Somebody told me that if I don't, I'm voting for Trump.
We're going to be having it's like 7:30, but we're probably going to say you should get out there and vote on the show.
I want to say something real quick before you go into that. Somebody told me that if I don't vote, I'm voting for Trump. So if I voted for Trump, would I be voting for him twice?
Yeah, that'd be voter fraud. Just say, oh, well, if I voted for him, that'd be voter fraud.
So
then you vote for Clinton and you just vote for nobody.
Seems to me like it kind of evens out. If I don't vote, then just let the natural selection apply.
Vote for nobody is a vote for Trump. They can be so said about the other way too.
Of course.
Yeah, it's just whoever side you're on.
Because even if they're wrong, they're just like that's because that system that you're using by not voting is very Trump-like.
Well, it's
because it seems more like a system that would be the opposite of the Republican Party, if anything.
So it's like yeah, it's like there's I had a teacher one time that says you're never gonna be in the right with it or something like that. He said in high school, he said they say that if you vote, you're to blame if there's a bunch of problems, and they say if you don't vote, you're to blame. It's just you're to blame. So
was the teacher basically telling you to not vote?
The teacher's saying, "Oh, you should probably vote, but no matter what, you're going to get
logical teacher. So that means he got fired.
Probably, yeah. I had a few logical teachers. Yeah, I had a few logical teachers. Some snuck their politics in there. I had one that did it strategically. He because when Obama got elected, I was in school, still high school, and I had one teacher that I don't think he liked Obama, but he'd bash, he'd promote Bill Clinton, and somehow that would bash Hillary. Like he'd say it's like Bill Clinton's the brains of that campaign and stuff, but you can tell he's supporting McCain somehow. I can't remember how he did it, but it was I don't know. Yeah, so some teachers like sneak it in. I don't think they're really supposed to do that.
Right.
And then I had to go to another class. Another teacher
was high school.
An Obama supporter.
It's part of teaching you how to grow up.
Yeah, I know. I get it. Yeah. So anyway, get out there and vote, even though we're not.
Or don't.
No, you should get out there and vote, so we don't have to. Somebody's got to vote. Don't care who you vote for. Just vote.
I vote for a new taco shell flavor at Taco Bell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd vote for.
I don't know which one though. The red or the white? Oh my God! I just realized something.
Red, white, and blue.
No, I guess that wouldn't make sense.
Okay.
So I'm not going to say it.
Well,
which didn't stop me ever before.
So this is the last. Next week we will not have a new president because Obama still has 2 more months. So it's not that exciting, or a month or two.
Right.
So it's not that exciting.
Possibility of it being a tie all the way to where Obama just is president for another 4 years?
No, I do think that this one could be close enough. I mean, I've heard it so many times during this whole election, like, oh, Hillary Clinton doesn't have a chance. Oh, Donald Trump doesn't stand a chance. It's so fucking close right now. This could be another Bush Gore thing. In my head, I'm just thinking rationally. We could on Tuesday we could be going to bed not knowing who the president still is, and wake up tomorrow and still not know who the president is. This could be another Bush Gore thing.
That happens. Yeah, that happens for sure.
It doesn't happen that often, actually. Like the Bush Gore thing, that happens sometimes, but like Obama, McCain, Obama, not a landslide, but it was still like he won. Same with Romney. Same with Bush versus Herman Munster, fucking John Kerry.
Yeah, face is too long.
Yeah, but nothing was like Bush and Gore, and this is so close, and the leads keep changing. This could be another Bush and Gore, but we'll see. That's what I say. I don't think it's a landslide. I don't think it's gonna be a landslide for either one. I'm just thinking rationally, as I'm just looking at Trump supporters saying and looking at Clinton supporters saying it. That it doesn't stand a chance. It'll be a landslide. Blah, 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 blah. I don't hear any of that bullshit because I know what it can be, and I think it's going to be very, very, very close. And we won't know on Tuesday who the president is. Still, there's no way they'll just let it happen that quick. They're going to keep us in the dark.
I wonder who's doing a Walking Dead fanfic about Donald Trump and Hillary Clinton, based off of Trump saying people are rising from the dead to vote.
Then and there's another year where it's like, Mickey Mouse is voting and stuff, and there's always been that kind of fraud. It's just it can't be legitimate, unfortunately.
Well, I'd like to stretch this to 9 o'clock, but
we need to get out of here. So get out there and vote.
Yep.
Because we're not, and we might see you next Tuesday, or we might not.
Yeah. Just keep watching.
If we are, it'll be around 7:30.
Watch right now until next Tuesday, and then we'll be all good.
It'll be around 7:30 on Facebook Live. I doubt we'll know who the president is still because I think it'll be that close. I think it's still gotta. And then we'll see. We might do like a live update and see it.
We shall see. Oh, we got to go. The moon is restless.
Oh, shit. Was this Majora's Mask? All right.
Majora's Mask is getting closer.
Yeah.
I don't know why thunder and rain has anything to do with it.
Gonna be.
I thought you were going to hit the stop button.